Hollyoaks spoilers, Aedan Duckworth reveals what's next for Ollie Morgan as Scott Drinkwell is framed for abuse. Poor Ollie Morgan is suffering in silence as manipulative football coach Buster Smith continues to groom and abuse him in Hollyoaks, and as his head is all over the place, Ollie hits the bottle in a big way, leaving Luke worried that his son will have the same problems he has had. And when the images that Ollie has been desperately trying to hide come to light, Luke begins to realize what the teenager has been facing, but it's Scott Drinkwell who ends up in the frame and taken in for police questioning. Aedan Duckworth, who plays Ollie, explained, "Many things start to unravel for Ollie when his dad finds the pictures he has been trying to hide so badly. This spirals everything out of control, as Scott gets the blame and not the true abuser, Buster. It seems that there is no way Ollie could say how it truly is, but hopefully he can speak up and break the silence. Ollie didn't want anyone to get the blame. He just wanted to throw the scent away from Buster, because if people knew it was actually him, it would make everything real." He was obviously devastated and felt unbelievably guilty towards Scott. He has taken out some of his troubles on him, and for this he can only say sorry. Addressing why Ollie has sought solace in the bottle, Aedan went on, "Ollie doesn't really have a role model. The only person he looks up to and has been his support recently, is Buster. So, who else can he look to? His dad? Like Luke, he decides drinking would ease his pain, but deep down he probably knows it will only make it worse. He is helpless and desperate at this point. Scott desperately tries to prove his innocence, but evil Buster leaks his name and details of the allegations to the press, and before long, a bewildered and traumatized Scott is being bombarded with hateful messages and threats on social media." Meanwhile, unravel tries to be there for Ollie, who remains in silence, but when Luke reaches out, will Ollie tell him the whole truth about who is responsible? Another person who knows only too well what Buster is capable of is Brody. Might he be the one to reach out to Ollie in his time of need? Aedan pondered, "Ollie can't trust anyone. Looking at it from the outside he definitely should, but after telling his dad the truth, for him to only forget, Ollie is struggling to confide in anyone." It's certainly a huge storyline for Aedan to tackle, and he has hit the ground running from his debut in Hollyoaks. And there are more big scenes ahead with a trial still to play out down the line. So how did Aedan prepare for a story of this nature? He shared, "I've worked closely with the charity, Survivors Manchester, speaking with survivors in order to give a true representation of what it may have been like for someone in Ollie's situation. I've also carried out my own specific research, and myself and Nathan Sussex have analyzed scripts together, finding important moments to highlight."